How much should you wait for your ads to start working and getting the results that you want? That is a question that I get all the time. It's a question that I get from my own team. That's a question that I get from clients. That's a question that I get from students. So today I want to share with you how much we usually wait, or rather for how long we usually run campaigns before deciding if an ad is worth keeping or stopping, or if the campaign is producing at all. All right. So that's the theme of today's piece of content, if you would. Now, before I dive into that, I just want to invite you guys to check out my new and upgraded No BS Advertising Club. I'm super excited about that. We are relaunching this, and you can go and check it. It's a community of, it's basically a mastermind and a membership and a community all at the same time, where we discuss some really high level advanced advertising strategies. So if you want to get your ads to the next level, if you want to capture more leads, more customers, more sales, if you want to get more brand recognition, if you want to get the latest techniques and strategies that are working right now based on our experience, us running ads, other people running ads, go check it out. It's nobsadvertising.club, nobsadvertising.club. There's a lot of intel there. I'm also adding a lot of bonuses because I'm super excited about relaunching this. Anyways, today's topic is how much should you wait for your ads to start working? How much should you wait for your campaigns before stopping them? And how do you know basically if your ads are working or not? So, and this question again comes a lot from my team and comes a lot from some clients, and it comes from some students as well. And the reality is that, the simplest way of putting this is the following. I was talking to a client, he's an agency client, and we just started running ads for him like 2 weeks ago or something like that, right? And usually what we do is we tell all of our clients, listen, the first 30 to 45 days, we're going to be collecting data, right? We're going to be running the ads. We're going to be checking how much to pay per lead, how much we're paying per call, how much we're paying per anything, right? So we're collecting data. And then the second 45-day period is where we start scaling and shutting down stuff that doesn't work and whatnot. But here's what, he came to me and he was kind of worried because he's like, okay, now we're spending, I don't know, 300, 400 bucks a day on ads, but I'm not getting these many calls. And I started working backwards. I'm like, all right, how many leads did you get over the past couple of days? And he said, well, I got a couple thousand leads. All right, great. Are those leads going to start getting your email sequences? Are those leads are going to start getting your follow-up sequences? And the answer was, yes, they will. So my logic behind that was, all right, if you got a couple thousand leads over the past, let's say 3, 4, 5 days, that means that all of those people will start getting your email sequences. They'll start getting your follow-up sequences. They'll start getting everything from you. And the reality is that even if you have a killer funnel, even if you have a great funnel, he has a high ticket funnel and he's selling a $10,000 product. And even if you have a great funnel, let's say that you are getting 10% of opt-ins to schedule a call with you, which would be a good metric, right? 10 to 15% of people that are opting in, they're scheduling calls with you or your team. That would be a good metric. That means that the funnel is working really well. Even if you have that funnel, that means that 85 to 90% of people are not taking action right now. And that's how human beings behave. So what I told him is, listen, we need to keep on running this. Here's why. For two main reasons. Number one, all of the leads that are coming in right now will start scheduling calls over the next couple weeks. Okay. So all of the leads that are coming in, of course, you can get people that just go through the funnel and they schedule a call right away or they purchase right away, but that's not the majority of people. The majority of people will not make a decision right away, especially if you're advertising to cold traffic, especially if you're advertising to people that don't know who you are, especially if you're advertising to professionals. We take our time as human beings. So what I always tell my clients and my team when we're running a campaign and we're starting, we start to see the results after a while, right? So usually we run campaigns for 2 to 4 weeks before making a decision. So whenever you're launching a new campaign, whenever you're launching a new product, whenever you're launching a new funnel, a new sequence or whatever, you need to come in to the advertising game understanding that this is going to take anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks, right, to actually start collecting data. So again, we tell our clients 30 to 45 days to start collecting data and seeing how things work. So no matter how much you want to rush things, unless you have a huge audience. And that's why I recommend you build an audience, because you can test first without spending a dime on advertising. You can test first with your email list. You can test first with your social media following. You could test first with your close contacts and all that without spending a dime on ads. And if that works, then you start advertising. But usually what we do is we take it from the perspective of, okay, how much money can I spend on this campaign before getting a return, or without getting a return at all? And that's the budget that we use, right? Right now we're spending on our own business, on one of the verticals on our own business, we want to be spending 15 to 20K a month. It's not a lot of money, but that's the budget that we set for that campaign, to actually understand how much is going to work and how much it's going to take to work. So when you jump into a new advertising campaign, when you're launching new ads and whatnot, you need to leave the ads to work. A lot of people, they just jump on an ad campaign, they don't see results right away, and then turn everything off because they get scared. And the reason, and the way I kind of think about it to stop being scared is, okay, this is a process. This is going to take time, because the vast majority of people are not going to take action right away. Okay. So that's when it comes to human psychology and human beings. The other thing that is really important is that, let's say that you're running ads on Facebook or YouTube, those dashboards, they're not real time. They're not telling you what's happening right now in real time. They have a lag, they have a delay, right? So if you're seeing 2 to 3 conversions, or 2 or 3 opt-ins, or 2 or 3 book calls, or 2 or 3 purchases, those purchases might have come, or the network is attributing to the dashboard today, but they might have come over the past couple of days. That's why we always use a third-party tracking system. Like on our case, we use AnyTrack, we use Hyros, and those third-party tracking systems allows us to see stuff in real time. So if we want to optimize on a daily basis, then we can do it. But if you optimize based on the Google dashboard, the Facebook dashboard, even the TikTok dashboard, they are far from real time, right? You're seeing data that's lagging behind what's really happening. Okay. So usually, again, we approach a campaign with a 2 weeks process minimum. We need to let the ads run for a while. We need to let ads run for 2 weeks. Of course, in the meantime, we're shutting off those ads that have the lower click-through rate, that people might not be engaging with them. We're tweaking the ads. We're scaling and downscaling budgets, scaling up and downscaling budgets. We're doing all of that. It's not just we launch the campaign and then we chill for 2 weeks. That's not what we do. We're doing a lot of stuff. We're coming up with new creatives, but usually that's a 2-week period before we actually start seeing results. It also depends on what type of funnel you're running. Usually for high ticket funnels where people need to get educated, right? Let's say that you're sending people to a webinar or to a VSL or whatever. People need to get educated. They need to be followed up with. They need to apply, maybe they need to schedule calls. So if you have a high ticket coaching funnel, for instance, people might take longer to take action, right? Now, on the other hand, you might be selling widgets. You might be selling $3 things, which are impulse buys. On those cases, you will start getting data and purchases much faster. So you need to sit down and think, okay, what's my funnel look like? And usually based on data, how much time people usually take time to schedule a call with me, to become leads, to purchase this thing. And that will allow you to understand how much should you wait for your ads. But minimum, what we recommend is you run the ads for 2 to 4 weeks before you actually make a decision. And the way you do this pretty easy on you is to set up a budget that you can afford to lose over the first month. That's the reality. You're buying a lot of data, right? You're buying data, you're getting feedback on your offer, you're getting feedback on your ads. And during that process, you might get a sale, you might get book calls, you might get this, you might get that. But the vast majority of times, it just doesn't work. It requires time, it requires effort and whatnot. So allow yourself to test with a budget that you can afford to lose without having a return. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how the big dogs do it. It's like, okay, we're going to put, $5,000, $10,000, whatever, $100 here behind this campaign, and we'll see how it works. And if it works, we scale it. If it doesn't work, we stop it. Right. And that's how you keep on getting your campaigns better. Again, if you want to get the support, if something is not working and you want to get the support you need to actually get your campaigns working, if you're afraid about launching something because you want a second pair of eyes, If you want to see what's working right now on our end to scale campaigns and to make them work, go ahead and join the No BS Advertising Club. It's pretty inexpensive to join. It's nobsadvertising.club. We're relaunching that. I'm super excited about that. We have a monthly call Q&A with me and my team. We have a community of people that are crushing it, and we have like $10,000 plus worth of bonuses in there. Yeah, we made it pretty good. So go ahead, nobsadvertising.club. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.